do have some time for some questions. So I do have a question our speakers to answer. What are the biggest compliance challenges that crypto firms might face in the future?
Well, that's a good question, and from my perspective, I think we've talked quite a bit today about the regulations that are imminent, right? At least that's what we hope there will be. And I think a lot of crypto companies are trying, at least the ones that we're interacting with, are trying to do the right thing. But I think the challenge will be once the regulations are in place, the challenge will be, well, what does that mean? What does that regulation really mean, and how does that apply to my firm? Because we've got such a broad and expanding sort of offering in the cryptocurrency market, each business might interpret that differently. So I do think, once the regulations are finalized and more mature, ensuring that those are being adhered to, I see as a challenge.
And I'll add to that, I think we always talk about taking a risk-based approach, right? So you want to be mindful about what are the things that are more likely to happen. But I don't want to ignore the fact that from a risk perspective, I think about not just likelihood, but also impact. So thinking about what are the things that can really have a heavy impact on your business, but that may not happen very often, and making sure that you're thinking about those and tracking those and making sure that things are consistent with your risk appetite.
Last point, just quickly, is I think you're going to see, now that these playbooks are sort of being developed by regulators, you're going to see sort of broader application. And so I think to the point I couldn't agree more with, the investment on the front end is worth it, because that's going to be the first question if you do get a request from a regulator or the Department of Justice, is they're going to want to know vision for documents and everything else. Like what did you have in place to prevent X, Y, or Z from happening? And so the front end investment is important for both the trust and for protecting yourself down the line.